Alright folks, how's it going? I promised there at the end of last week when I got a chance I would give you a tour of the 770. So yeah, we're just going to give you a quick tour inside it. There's a couple of wee things different from the 580, so there is. So we'll just take a look around here and show you bits and pieces. Don't mind the mess in the back of bed. I'll explain why there's a mess through later on in the video. So yep. We're gonna start off here from the driver's seat. So we'll take a look through it. Show you what everything is, and yep. Stay tuned. Alright folks, so this is us here sitting in the driver's seat, so we'll show you a wee bit about the dash and some buttons and stuff. So if we turn her on here, hopefully that radio doesn't come on. No, working this time. Right, so the dash is fairly similar to the 580. It's just a wee bit bigger, this display area here. So it is. Everything else is it's all the same, like same layout and stuff. What I like about these S series, they give you plenty of information and stuff. So they do. And what I do like is if I come on there a bit. These essays, they give you how many 15-hour spreads you have left and how many 10-hour drives. So as you see there, I've used a 10-hour drive of one left here out of this wee 7, and that is telling me I have two 15-hour spreads left. So I haven't been too hard work this week, so I haven't. And then you can go on and you can customize. See these two bits here at the top, the 430 and the 00, and then down here your fuel and the miles per gallon. You can go on and change all that about. It's just what I like. The reason of my driving time, because that knocks off and then you can see then what you have to do. So everything there is exactly the same as the 580, and you can go on here. This button here, this controls, gives you all your things. You can control the phone and stuff from the steering wheel. I'm sure most modern lorries are like that now. So there, and this button here, if we press that lets you select. So as you see there, I've got her in economy mode. Round the edges here is lit up green. So if I go over, oh sorry, wrong button. So if I go over and put her on the standard mode, the green lines disappear. And then if you press it again and go over to power mode, it turns blue. Now I never, even in the 580, I never really used the power mode. All it does is it doesn't give you any more power, it just howls her out in the revs for longer. So it does, but I normally just bang her on the manual and use the pedal. So I do. This thing, since I have got her, I've been driving her while loaded in standard mode, and to be fair, there's no real call for it. Even fully loaded, you take off at a roundabout or a junction or whatever, she's just sitting spinning. The traction control light just goes crazy. So and saying that, she's still doing 8.5 miles per gallon. So I'm gonna give her a go here tomorrow in eco mode. I was chatting to Big Ross, and he was saying that he's been driving his all week in eco mode, and he's getting up around 9.5, 10 miles a gallon. So he is. So just trying to put her through her paces to see what she'll do. But see, when she sees a hull, like, you know, in the 580, we'll talk a wee bit here. As you see, you've got this pedal, so you can click that and that'll knock her up and down the gear. You press a button here at the side and that'll put her on the manual or automatic. So it will D for drive, N for neutral, R for reverse. Fairly simple. What I do like about these V8s is they have a retarder and an exhaust brake. So they do. I had a couple of S500s, and the stock here, you only have 1, 2 or 3 clicks, where in the V8s you have 5. Now, even fully loaded, like, you know, you give her 5 clicks, she will pull you up, so she will. And another thing too, you just touch the brake pedal, just rest your foot on it. You don't have to actually apply the brakes, but if you just rest your foot on it, she'll use the exhaust brake, which is a handy wee feature, which is this here. So it is. Yeah, so we'll move on to the steering wheel here. Just that controls your menu in the dash. This button, this is for changing your modes: economy, standard, power. This here's for your radio source, volume. Fairly straightforward, so it is. And then here is your cruise control. These S series, the 580 was the same too. She had radar guided cruise control, so you can press this button and set the distance that you'll keep from whatever's in front of you. So basically, you can knock this thing into cruise control, set her 56 or 55 mile an hour. Just leave the cruise control on, and when the traffic starts slowing in front of you, she'll automatically brake for you. So she will. So you can set your distance here, and then this one here is for going down hills. You can set it how much you want her to run on, and yeah, she'll start braking for you going down the hill. You don't even have to touch a brake pedal, she'll do it all for you, which is handy. I don't really use it much. I'm more a man for the retarder, so but it's there if you want to use it. Just makes life a wee bit easier. So over here, fairly basic, same as the 580, same as all the S series. Door locks, electric windows, electric mirrors. You can adjust mirror heater, your lights, side lights, head or fog lights, set them to automatic. Now, what I do like about the 770, the 580 didn't have it. She has front fog lights, so she does, and the full beam. In the 580, you could either choose the top spots or the middle ones, where in this, as you see the 2 green lights, she's set up for both. So when you put on your full beam, the middle spots in the grille will come on, plus the 2 either side of the cab, plus the light bar. So it's like daylight. It's just your headlights up and down, and this is the work light for the back of the cab. So yeah, we move down in here. Lift your suspension up and down, same as the 580. That's self level button, so when you hitch onto a trailer or pull out of a trailer and you have your suspension up or down, you just hit that there and show self level, and then you can set it to a preferred level you want her to run at. So you can this 770, you would think, I know the two of the 650s we have, they come in there in the front and stuff, so they do. You'd imagine 770 top of the range, she would come in there in front, but no, she didn't. So yeah, that's basically hit this side. So it is here, reset your trip computer, at adjust the light on the dash and stuff. You can have it really bright or really low. Personally, I like to keep mine low because it reflects off the one screen or off the side window at night, and then it's just hard to see in your mirrors. Hazard lights. These three wee buttons here, it's how assist. So say you're stopping the how at a set of traffic lights or a roundabout or something, instead of you having to put on the handbrake, you just sit with your foot on the brake pedal, and then when you're ready to take off, you let your foot off the brake pedal and she'll hold herself on the how. Now I think she only holds for 5 seconds or 10 seconds, but once then you hit the accelerator, she'll release. So it's handy. That's lane departure. That's the if you venture over the white line, she vibrates and bleeps. And then this is your collision warning. It can be annoying, but it also can be handy. It's saved me a few times, sitting in traffic and stuff and daydreaming. Then all of a sudden the traffic in front of you stops. She'll warn, dashing all the lights up red, big buzzer and stuff. So it's handy. I never turn that off. It's just lane departure one I ever turn off. These three buttons here that I just explained on the 580, they're up here, so they are. But they've moved them down there now. In the 770, it's just your reversing beeper on or off. Fairly straightforward. So it is. So we'll talk a wee bit about these buttons here. So we will. So it's another thing that's different on the 580. This is your diff lock, and this is your traction control. On the 580, that was a knob that you turned, but now it's buttons. So it is. Obviously this button here is the lift and lower your mid lift, your middle axle, and then this button here is they transfer the width. So say you're on about a building site or something and it's a bit slippy and you're spinning or whatever, and you've got your mid lift down. Most of these know you can't really override your mid lift, they lift it, so all the width's line your drive axle, they give you traction. But if you press that button, that'll transfer the width onto the drive axle, so it's handy like. So it is. And then this here is just your lights. Now this is one thing that it's different. So if I turn off these interior lights and I press this button, as you see, it all lights up red and underneath the doors and stuff. And up here, now in the 580, along here there was red lights. These pockets up here lit up red, so they did, and there was red lights in the roof. For some reason they're not on the 770. I don't know why. Wee bit disappointed about that, because they were nice at driving at night, like, so they were, the red lights on. But this doesn't have them. This sorry, excuse me, key fob. So in the 580 here there was a button, and that was a panic alarm. So if you press that, say you were getting robbed or somebody was trying to steal your diesel or something, you press that, she sounded the alarm and horn and flashed the lights and stuff. 770 doesn't have it. And also the 580 and the key fob, she had a ferry button. So say you were on the boat or on the train, you press that and the alarm wouldn't go off, so it wouldn't when you locked the doors. So it's an RV feature that's missing off the 770. So it is. Well, so down in here we have a 12 volt USB charging point, nor USB charging point, aux cable. You unplug your phone onto that and it'll bring up Google Play. So it will. This your entertainment system. You have your sat nav, so you can store places, address, put in your address. Does all of Europe, so it does. You can save places on it. You can set all your vehicle profiles. Yeah. So you can set all your different heights and stuff. It's handy. Not a bad old sat nav, like in exact same as in the 580, and I used it all over Europe. Like, keeps you fairly right. Like most sat navs, you just have to be careful with them. Your digital radio, you have your media, that's Bluetooth, aux, and you can see here TV. I'll show you this wee feature later on. So traffic button, give you all your traffic stuff. They can be wired for an outside camera. It's just display setup. Obviously your phone, just gives you everything. Yep. So that's basically it. Down here it's just all your heating, aircon, night heater. In the 580 they had a fan, so they did. You had low or high. One lasts for 8 hours, one lasts for 2 hours. But it was like an asthmatic blowing through a straw. So it was. So the low here, as you can hear, it's fairly strong, and it is cold air. But you can put it on the power mode, makes it even colder. So it does. We just turn that off. There's no pod on them. It's a unit underneath the cab on the passenger side. So it is. So I'm looking forward to getting used to that. I've had a couple of warm weekends and stuff this year in Germany and Greece and stuff, where I would have loved aircon, but we'll see how it goes. So a couple RV features. The mats here are different from the 580. As you see, this is carpet. On the 580, this was all leather, so it was. You carpet in the driver one and the thing. You look over here too. This is one piece, and then your passenger one is a separate piece. And the 580, your center one and your passenger one was connected, was just all one piece. So it was. So it was a bit of a nightmare when you're cleaning it out, trying to take the mats out there. It was a bit of a nightmare, but I like that. So this is the thing here now that I still haven't made up my mind on, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. So as you see here, you've got a fridge. So you can set your temperature, turn it on and off. Good big fridge. So it is. Exact same as the 580. Now, when I was in the 580, I was able to bring near enough stuff with me to last me a fortnight. So the one fridge was good for me. But in this 770, you have two. So you do. And you can set that as a freezer. You see there it's minus 15. I just discovered that it was turned off for some reason. Now in the 580, the second fridge was a drawer, and I was able to put all my dry goods and they lot tons of stuff, packets of rice, pot noodles, but of fruit and stuff was all able to go on there. Obviously now you can't do that, so I've lost half a cupboard space because I have to put all my food up in one of the cupboards. So I'm still trying to work out whether it's a good thing or a bad thing having an extra fridge. Yeah, we'll show you over here. 24 volt. She is only the one. The 580 had a 12 volt here too, which was handy, and then you have another USB charging point. So you do. So that's a wee bit different. Over here, what I do like is you've got a table that pulls out and folds out. Now I didn't have that in the 580. The 770 has it, so it's a handy wee feature. I like that now. I had an S500 and that had the table, so yeah, that was good. So it was. And then here, the exact same passenger seat that's on the 580, full size, same as the driver seat, and it's called a pilot seat. Yeah, so if you lift the business seat up, I'm gonna have to stop here because I need two hands to do it, but if you lift the business seat up, as you can see, you lift the business seat up, pull it out, and it spins round. So it does, and then you can put the back part back, and it'll rest up again the side window. So that's handy. I do like that. If I was perked up there, I would normally sit, and then what I do is I pull the fridge out, and I put a pole on top of that, and I would sit with my legs up on top of the fridge. So it's handy. So it is. It's a good wee feature. The 580 at that too. So it does. So I do like that. So yeah, up here. Now don't mind. I have shit everywhere. You have these wee pockets up here, handy for storing stuff. And here you have a coffee machine. So you do. I don't use it. A lot of people do, but I don't. I just go with the old kettle and wee gas stove. So I do. And then on this middle one, you have your microwave. Exact same as a 580. And then here you have another cupboard. I have all my shit in it. So I do. Another pocket this side. All this stuff. You'll see what I mean now. So you see I have all my food stacked in there. Drinks and eggs and bags and just shit really, like. That's an old towel. I put that down in the middle mat here when I'm using my gas stove, so it doesn't burn the carpet. One of Stenline's finest towels. It's handy for that. So it is. Yeah, here you can control your sunroof, lights, USB charging point. As you see here, I've my tablet on charging. So you can control your radio, your night heater and stuff from this. Same as the 580. Now, what is different, and I hope you can see under it because I've my wash bag hanging and coats. I've had many coats here, it's unreal. If you see here, in the 580 that was shelves down there. It's a wee bit dark, but if you look, that's a TV bracket. They put a TV on, and then if you look, there's an aerial on the passenger side of the cab, and you plug that on the TV and you can get TV, so you can. There's also what is it, a 12 volt plug a TV into, and then an aux, so it does. So if you see a wee bit better there, there's more light coming on. So it's handy for somebody. As you see, I have a tablet, I just use a tablet, but that's what this button here in the centre is for, TV extension. So yeah, just there at the top of the cabin outside there's the aerial for the TV. So it is. Don't mind the mess about it, and then all clothes, towels, stuff, and then and here keep bottles of water, my hoover, my gas cooker, wee air conditioning unit I had in the 580, and then I always keep a box of painkillers and flu tablets and everything in there, because you just never know, so you don't. So that's basically it. Another thing too, anybody that hasn't been in one of these new S series, we pedal there, you just slide the seat forward, same with a passenger one, and as you can see there's a handle. That one lifts the bed up, so you have a couple of wee storage drawers on underneath the bed, and this one you can pull the bed out and it'll come out to about there. Gives you an extra couple of inches, which is handy for a big boy like me. So yeah, that's basically it. You got these new cameras for the too. They're at 1M and 580, so you don't run over a cyclist. Only the difference in this one is when you put on left indicator, some boy starts shouting at you, caution, turning left, which I don't really like, but anyway, it's a safety thing, I suppose. So inside, the interior pretty much the same as the 580. Yeah, so it's pretty much the same as the 580. Couple of wee things different. So there is not a wild lot. Basically the same. So it is. I do like the driver's seat. In the 580, she had heated seats and she had air code seats. This doesn't have air code. Has heated, doesn't have air code. And I don't know, there seems to be more padding on it and stuff, just seems more comfortable, so it does. So I like that now. But yeah, it's basically it for the inside there. You've seen pictures and stuff of the outside. Maybe it's getting dark here now. Tomorrow morning I'll no, because I was looking to post this tonight. Not much really on the outside. The 580 Jura Brights, side skirts, the catwalk full cover, chassis cover. It's not shaker plated, but it's metal, it's handy, it looks nice. A lot of polishing involved, they keep it up, so yeah, it'll give me something to do. Yeah, she's basically, that's basically it. There's not really much more to talk about. I hope this video is everything you were expecting. I have to be well impressed with it. It is just unreal. Excuse me. The power in this thing is just, it's deadly, like, so it is. Completely different noise from the 580. She'd make your balls tingle. I've done a few heavy loads up and down the M6, across the 14 and stuff last night, and hose are just no problem there at all. In the 580, like, you know, when you knew you were coming to a hill and you were fully loaded, what I normally done was knocked her on the manual and dropped her right gear, so she had a run at it. This thing, you don't even have to. She just goes. I mean, like, just, it's unreal, the power on her. Well happy with her. The only thing, she has painted mug yards. The 580 didn't. They look lovely, don't get me wrong, but I just, my heart's in my throat with them. So it is every time you're going on and out of a trailer, especially going under a trailer, especially lifting the trailer out of them ports, because see them shunter men, they near drop the trailers in their nose. So you back up to the front of the trailer, drop your mid lift, drop your suspension, get her as low as you can, and then what I do is then I jump out to look to make sure she's going to clear the mug yards, because that'd be just my luck. Fucking first week out on her and you would just tear the paint of the mug yards. So they're nice looking, but they're hard work. So they're but folks, that there's basically how to I am gonna go and make a bit of dinner here. I have to go and make a wee clip here they put on the video. Look, just giving you a heads up. I know last week's video wasn't great. I know it was just one of them weeks. I was running with Ross. He was on the phone steady. We were having a bit of crack and stuff going down the road. I didn't get a wild lot of chance to get much footage. Didn't even get the drone out. It happens when you're running with somebody, you know. So far this week I haven't done a wild lot. I came out in the 4 o'clock P&O and I've been on nights. Now they swung my background on the day, so I'll be starting at 6 in the morning. So we'll lift the trailer out of Birkenhead here. I just haven't got a chance to do much filming yet on the new video, but I'm heading out to the continent tomorrow, so I will get a lot more footage. But look, enough of me rambling on here. Thanks for watching, folks. A lot of people's asked for a review of the 770, so here it is. Hopefully it doesn't disappoint. I know Richie, I think he's getting his 580. Oh yeah, he's 580 at the weekend, so hopefully, I know a lot of people were asking for a review of the 580 before I got out there. As I explained before, it's a new lorry for him, so I'll let him do a review on the 580. So well, he'd probably do it better than me anyway, so he would. He's got the gift of gab, the cunt, so he does. But I don't tell him he says that. Anyway, folks, we'll catch you later. Good luck.